Hey, you lukewarm egoists. Subscribe to Suki. Or don't. Be a joke of a striker all your life if you want. Or be a strong egoist by subscribing right now. Your choice.
Hey guys, it's Suki here, and today we're going to be finally predicting the top 23 bids. I haven't done this since March, so it's going to be a good time for me to revisit this, especially with potentially some of the bids dropping tonight. I would love to see how I can crack out this case. I want to see how many I can get correct and how many I will get wrong in this situation. Now, before I get really into this, I really want to promote my new Egoist Geeks Discord server that I run, at least help run. And also my boy AJ who does the itoshi voice. And this time, Raito, a fellow YouTuber who does fire videos just like me, he really put a lot of arts into this video. So like some of the character arts you'll see in this video were done by him. So really go check him out. Let's get him to 1K. Alright, let's get into it. So we're not going to do from last to first. We're actually going to do from first to last. That way we can build up more suspension to the 23rd position. Here we go. Number 1, Yoichi Isagi with 300 million. What can I say? The bro started off rough in a world restricted style, as he had to be restricted to only using Kunigami for his place, as the whole team was revolving around Kaiser. Second game, he gets Kurona, and they really make magic work, and then he uses his sunken ship Yukimiya to finally defeat Kaiser, getting him to 50 million. Then in the third game, he really becomes Super Isagi, scoring 2 goals and getting an assist. And in this game, he just popped off like a lollipop. A brain explosion, bro. Yoichi Isagi is just incredible. From getting the pieces of learning about the ego styles, world style, ego, self-style ego, talented learner, genius, all the protagonism, egocentrisms, everything all came together from the NEL knowledge he gained into that one goal, where he used his piece of the fastest to adapt to Ness's assist to score the final goal. Narratively, the best goal in Bluelock. So yes, with that, I do believe he's going to get a 300 million increase, because this guy just keeps on getting insane bids. Like, his bid range gets higher and higher each time, and with the last one being 100 million, the best one would be 300 million for him, because it would also symbolize the fact that he has finally caught up to Kaiser, at least his old bid. But yeah, for him to catch up to Kaiser's old bid would be a big achievement for Isagi, and would also be on the radar of La Real. And Arrow's theory prediction is that the first seed is going to get an invite for La Real special training camp. It would be a sight to see for Isagi and Kaiser to play together one last time with Sai as their midfielder. That would be peak. Number 2, Rin Itoshi. He did not play as well as he did in the previous games, obviously, because he went on cocaine and autism for exchange. He really just was not himself. Actually, that's the wrong thing to say. He was perfectly himself. That was the problem. Bro was making the most irrational plays. And if you've seen one of my best videos, Who Sold PXG, you would know it's Rin. Rin sold so many times. PXG should have destroyed Bastard Munchen, but they didn't, because Rin was playing very selfishly and very irrationally, not taking up shots. But yeah, I believe here he's gonna get only a 29 million bid. Actually, I'm not even sure he gets a 248 million. I was just reading off of the script. He's getting a 227 million bid. So yeah, he's not going to get as big of a bid as some people would think, because of the fact that all those plays are going to lower his bid. And even Loki says he would never allow such a player to get on the pitch like that. Third place, Barou Shore. So yeah, he can't really change. He played his final game already. Let's move on. Yusei Shido, 130 million. I believe his goal was good enough to get him a 20 million bid, and he also did help with some playmaking plays, and he never really got a shot attempt after that, thanks to Kunigami putting clamps on him the whole game. And because of the fact that it's shown that he is a stoppable force now, that he's not unstoppable anymore, I believe contractors really wouldn't want to put their money all on him just yet. So for him to get 150 million, I don't think it would happen in the NEL, because of Kunigami destroying Shido throughout the NEL. Fifth place, Seishiro Nagi. Will he complete the hat trick tomorrow? Will he complete the 100 million comeback crest tomorrow? What will he do tomorrow? We'll have to stay tuned and find out. It'll come out in a few hours after this video or whatever, so y'all stay tuned for that. Come back to this video, let me know if I was right or wrong about these bids. But yeah, I predict him at 100 million. I believe he will be just a bit better than what he was heading into this. Obviously, he's not going to score a goal that's worth 88 million, but I believe with 2 goals, I believe they should be enough to get him to 100 million. The problem is, even though he will score insane goals, people will still be hesitant to give him an insane bid because of the fact that what if he gets unmotivated again? Oh, he only did this against a weak team called FC Barca. So if he did this against like PXG, I would have put him at 150 million easily. But because this is FC Barca, even though it is the final game, I don't think they're going to regard this as high as some people would want to believe, because of the fact that FC Barca is easy to believe. And some of the comments on chapter 247 was about like how Nagi can only beat amateur teams. So yeah, that is going to come into play. 6th place, Meguro Bachira, 99 million. Just shy of 100 million and just shy of passing Nagi. But yeah, I do believe Barca is going to lose 3-1 or 3-2 at best. But because Bachira has shown everything he has to do, and because I think Lavino is going to either score a goal or assist one of the goals for Bachira, I do believe Bachira is not going to get as big of a bid. So this bid would only allow him to get a 20 million increase. I don't think he's going to be able to do much in this game as some people will think, because Chigiri is going to have to put locks on him throughout this game. It's going to be an intense battle between Bachira and Chigiri, and when episode Nagi comes, I can't wait to see that, because I do believe this will only be a half chapter game because we have episode Nagi for that. Anyway, next. 7th place. Speaking of Hioma Chigiri, he is next at 75 million. Just like Bachira, I do believe he's shown his full worth already. I don't think he has a whole insane new weapon for this match. It would be really sad to see him pull out a new weapon just to destroy Barca. Like, the weakest team, this is what you're going to pull out your all-out weapon for. Nah, I don't think Chigiri's going to do that. I think he's going to play just normally in this game. Just be an offensive threat, score a goal, and then play some good defense too while he's at it. Similar to Bastard Munchen, so I do believe he's going to get a 20 million bid because of that. 8th place, Rensuke Kunigami, 65 million. I don't think he's going to get as big of a bid as people see. Like, if I'm a contractor who's trying to sign Kunigami, I'm trying to sign him as a striker. The only thing offensive wise he did was help assist Isagi, and also save the game by using that header that Loki went to Ness, so Ness could assist Isagi. The problem is his best feats in this game, like 90% of his best feats, come from the defensive end. And while it is good as it did help Bastard Munchen win, the problem is bidders are not going to be looking for that in Kunigami. They're going to be looking for an offensive powerhouse. And if his best showing in the final game was defense, yes, he had good defense and good offense. I don't think the contract will be that high for him because of the fact that he mainly played defense. So I only see him getting a 15 million increase in this game, if that makes sense. Raven Geeks also did the video on this, and he really explained well on why Kunigami wouldn't get as big as a bid as people would think. And I have a similar thinking to him because we both watch football, so we actually know how this works. 9th place, Olivier IQ. Bro only played his final game, so 60 million staying with him. 10th place, Reo Mikage. I do believe he's gonna get a good increase of 24 million yen to get him up to 58 million yen, but I don't see him going higher than that, because I do believe he's just gonna barely make the top 10, showing that, hey, me and Nagi are both back in the top 10, and they are both gonna go 6 places up each. So here's a perfect place for him. And also, I don't think he's gonna go wild with his assists like how he did in the Manshine versus Bastard Munchen game. Because if he does go wild with his assists and make Nagi go into a whole euphoric state again, Nagi's not coming back again, bro. So I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the assists are gonna be basic. I think the plan is just for them to survive. I don't think they're gonna go through a mind-changing plan. At least not Rail. Nagi might go through a game-changing evolution, but I don't think Rail is going to do so alongside Nagi. I think Rail is just going to assist him. And I do believe someone might assist Nagi other than Rail, so I really think Rail might only have 1 assist. but realistically he's gonna get 2, but there's a chance he only gets 1. 11th place, Eita Otoya. There is no way he doesn't assist Bachira in this game. So I believe he's going to get 1 assist and then a few defensive sneaks on Chigiri and Nagi or Reo. He's going to get a defensive sneak on someone and he's going to be a pain to keep track of, except for Reo, because Reo does have meta vision, so he'll be able to keep a track of him. The reason I can't say Chigiri is because I believe Chigiri is going to do heavy duty on Bachira. So I believe Otoya will be Reo's job to handle. So we'll see how that handles. Hey, Reo. If you're watching this, I love you, bro. I know who you don't love. Tabito Karasu. Yep. 50 million for Tabito Karasu. I was originally going to only give him a 12 million increase to put him at around 38 million or 47 million. Yeah, it would have been 47 million. But with his Metavision Awakening and those late crow tackles, sweeps, and chapter 286 or 287, when he stopped Isagi's 2-gun volley, those plays were enough to see that he's going to have the best bid of the NEL so far, because he's only had 12 million increases. But with those late game clutch performances, I do believe he's going to get a better bid to get him at 15 million this time around. He ended at 15 million. And to end off the trio of 345, we have Kenyu Yukimiya at a 45 million bid. He came in late in this game. He got to dribble through a bunch of defenders, missed a gyro shot. That's nothing new. Adam H must be laughing right now. But yeah, I do believe he's not gonna get that big of a bid because he barely got in. But I do believe 9 million is valid for him because he is a flashy player. And with this being the biggest game of the NEL, all eyes are gonna be on it. I don't believe it's enough to get him to 10 million. But I believe 9 million in this game should be good. So 45 million as his final bid should be good. This will be tied with Jiube Ryu, who already played his final game. So that is that. Yo Hiori, 43 million. He actually didn't do much more than in his previous game against Ubers. I mean, like in the beginning of the game, he got the assist to Isagi, but he kind of really didn't get to do anything after that. He was kind of like just doing a tri-chemical reaction with Kurona and Isagi. And then later on in the game, he started really making key passes for Isagi, and he failed to pass it to Kaiser, obviously. But yeah, I do believe he didn't play that better compared to his Ubers match, but he did get some shine in the ending too to make me believe that he would get a better bid, also because he got to play the full game this time around. So I believe a 23 million increase from his original bid of 20 million to get him at 43 million should be good for him. And speaking of the other person in that tri-chemical reaction, Ranze Kurona at 41 million. He has had an interesting one. He came off as a bench player and then got benched. So he only had around like 19 chapters to play. Yeah, 19 chapters, and then he got subbed off. So yeah, he really was not having his best game. Wait, no, it wasn't even 19. It was actually 18. I'm sorry. But yeah, 18 chapters to perform at his best. I don't believe he will get a 10 million increase because Rin destroyed him, and after Rin destroyed him, he didn't do anything. So he only had not a lot of chapters to do anything, and he was just doing his normal passing, nothing new. 17th place, Iki Niko at 40 million. We already know about him. And same thing with 18th place, Shuto Sendo. We already know that these guys' bids are the same. They're not going to change because they've already played their final matches. So let's move on. 19th place, Gen Gagamaru at 35 million. I know this is a shocker because Gagamaru is called Gaga Goat for a good reason. But the problem is goalkeepers are not valued as high as strikers, defenders, or midfielders because they don't get a lot of opportunities to actually show their skills. And Gagamaru has not had a game where he conceded 1 goal, let alone a clean sheet. So he won't get as big of a bid as people were thinking. And the reason he didn't even get a big of a bid against Ubers was because he only had 1 save against Barou. And similar case here, he only has 1 save against Rin, which is a triple team save because of Isagi and Kaiser. This game didn't really get to show Shido versus Gagamaru. That would have gotten Gagamaru a better bid, but no, they did not do that. So I do believe he's not going to get as big of a bid as people think. But he's still the GOAT, he's surviving nonetheless. 20th place, Suguri Zantetsu. I do believe a 31 million bid is good for him because he is a flashy speed player, and because of Loki's impact to the world, I do believe people are going to be like, oh, that's a second version of Loki. Let's go get him. So his bid is going to go exponentially better than it should have been because of the fact that he is like a mini Loki in a way with his acceleration. So yeah, I do believe he will survive. He also had some key plays in this game, being the reason why Shiro was able to roam free, also stopping Ness in that one play, and just linking up with Shiro's system. 22nd place. I made a video about him this week. Hajime Nishioka. Believe in the process. If you have doubts, go watch my video. And I pray he actually makes it so the people who keep on typing copium and I'm a Messi fanboy can shut the heck up, because I'm a Ronaldo fanboy. Praise my GOAT Ronaldo, CR7. 23rd place. We actually have a tie between Gen Fukaku and Jin Kiora. They are both going to be valued at 28 million. Now here's my probation. I also said in a video recently, the Nishioka one, that I do believe there are going to be 26 slots available for the U20 World Cup because Ratata is going to make some changes. So I do believe both Fukaku and Kiora will go in. And at 25th place, because my friend wants her so bad and Lexio wants him so bad, he will survive if this rule is implemented. Nijiro Nanase. He does have potential because of his ambidextrability, so he is able to be a post player with both legs, so it gives him more room to work with. I don't really see the value of him because Kurona could do a better job post playing. Otoya could also do a better job as a post player, so I really don't see the worth of Nanase. But because of the fact that he has a volume cover, and because of the fact that he has the ambidextrous thing, which is something they could work with in the story, which doesn't make you cooler, by the way. It gives you more room to work with, but yeah, because there's not a lot of people I can really put above Nanase at this point of the story, because a lot of people's bids were way too low. Unless I really want to start sounding too unrealistic. But yeah, I'm not putting Igaguri in top 26. So yeah, Nanase is here. And at 26th place, we have a tie between Reiji Hiragi and Ayoshi Tokimitsu. Although Tokimitsu ghosted in this game, I do not see him losing that much money. I do see him losing 3 million. But I do not see him losing more than that because plot. And Reiji Hiragi, similar to Zantetsu, people are going to look at Hiragi and say he can drop the ball just like Nagi, but it's a mobile trapping system. Nonetheless, he's kind of like a second version of Nagi, so let's invest in him. So similar to how Zantetsu is being invested on because of Loki, in my theory, I believe Hiragi's going to get an exponentially big bid of 11 million in this final game. And because it's the Bachira manslaughter, everyone's going to get a good pound in on them. So it's going to be payday for Manshine City, and it's going to come in bright. I pray Hiragi makes it over Tokimitsu if they do the top 26 and these are correct. But it's up for debate. I love chaos. I would really love to see a tie to see how they handle that. Ego, I want to see you at your brutalism. So make a tie, please, BlueLock, so we can see Ego really push the lives of these guys to a whole new, deeper version of hell. 28th place, Hao Hayate. Now, these are the people who I believe have no chance of making it. We have not seen him play the whole time, but because they are facing Manshine City and this is going to be a fast-paced game, it's going to be like the U20 game where he barely even gets a touch of the ball. But because I feel like he's going to be a Karasu and put defensive pressure on people, I do believe he's going to get a 5 million bid. And because I actually do kind of like his hairstyle. I don't know why. Super Saiyan! 29th place, Kazuma Neo. He's going to have a field day trying to get some aerial pressures, and especially if Bachira gets too close to him, he has that shoulder pressure attack. And especially for Otoya too, he's gonna be a pain in Otoya's butt, especially if Otoya tries to do a sneak shot. He's gonna be just like in the U20 game, catching Otoya off of guard with those defensive heads to stop the Otoya shots. So yeah, I do believe he's gonna get a lot of good moments in this game because Barcha's the weakest team and Otoya has a weak shot. Bachira doesn't even have that great of a shot either, so I do believe he might get some good deflections in this game. 30th place, Junichi Ranima. Just like everyone else, he's gonna have a field day because it's FC Bachira. I don't know what position he's even playing, so I can't even say on how he will get that bid. but I believe he'll end up with 14 million. 31st place, Miroku Darai. He is gonna get clapped by Chigiri. Chigiri's gonna do him so dirty, he's gonna lose money, bro. He's not going up, he's not staying the same, he's going down. Chigiri's gonna put him in a whole world of pain, and people are not gonna appreciate him at all after that game. 32nd place, Buddha be praised, Girumi Igarashi Igago. Because of the symbolism of Buddha with 108, and also there's a whole Buddhist symbolism with Igaguri and number 108. It was a second selection number as well, as he came out at the 108th position. Similar to Nishioka, where I said Nishioka will get his bid because of his special meaning of the 29th position where he placed in the goal scoring 100 goal challenge. I believe Igaguri will get a 10.8 million bid to reference his 108. I forgot what it means, but it's a special meaning in Buddhism. For those who know, you know. If you don't know, search it up. I forgot about it on the top of my head, and this is unscripted right now. I really just want to get this video done, I'm not gonna lie. 33rd, Aiki Himizu. This guy is not gonna get a big payday because Chigiri's gonna be destroying him or Darai. I do believe Himizu will play a defensive position in this game. The BlueLock wiki says he's a left winger, but I don't know how much time he will get in it because Lara also plays it and Terokitsu Nezato is not taking Otoya's place. So I do believe he might take the left wing position for a short term. So I do believe Himizu would have a better time getting more minutes in the left back position while Darai goes in the right back position, or however they want to do it. But yeah, I do believe that's going to be the case. Whoever is up against Shigiri is going to get destroyed. 34th place, Shizuku Haiji. So him, I really don't know. I just give him a 1 million increase because he's going to play midfield, so he doesn't have to go against Shigiri. So I do believe he might be able to do something. Same thing with 35th place, Itsuki Wakatsuki. He's just going to get a 1 million bid increase because he's not against Chigiri, so he might be able to do something in this game. 36th place, we have a tie between Kento Cho and Terokitsu Nezato. Kitsu Nezato, I don't even know if he's going to play in this game, but I'm just, because of I love him and Bachira's relationship, I believe they might get a link-up player or two, so that might help him get a small increase in his bid for whatever purposes he needs that bid for. Kento Cho, he didn't even play in the whole PXG match, so he's done. For some reason, I feel like because of Sakura being on Whale's team in episode Nagi and the 7th selection team, I do believe we're going to get a lot of him in episode Nagi. So I do believe because he's the 7th selection team, we might see him and Whale have an interaction in their 3v3 match. And if they do the World 5 match, we would get to see more of him. So I don't believe they would just throw him away without giving him a final match. So I do believe he'll play against Munchen City for the final game, where I do believe he's going to get a 3 million bid because he's an all-rounder. So he'll be trying to do anything he can to help out the team. So yeah, this was my whole final bid selection. I know this was a rambling on and this sounded unscripted because yes, it was unscripted. I hope you guys enjoyed my selections. Let me know what picks you would have switched up for who. And let me know your list before time runs out. I really want you guys to also come back after the NEL bits have been reviewed tonight, so that you can either mock me or glaze me for being a goat. But stay blessed. Suki out.